to wait till later. You couldn't tell me we were going live now. Thanks a lot. Can't believe I gotta wait for Pie. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast on a Friday. And we got some bits. What a great way to kick off this episode is with some bits. We also got my favorite nephew is in the chat, Paul. You reached out to me earlier. My heart is breaking a little bit right now from the news you told me. My deepest sympathies to you and your whole family. I'm so sorry about the news you told me. Sincerely. It's been a rough year, man. Much love, Paul. Hakeem, what is up? Happy day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody, you know what? I'm going to have just a little bite of this. Just a little bite of this. Just a little bit of pie. So good. Can't pass up that pumpkin pie. One of my favorites. Like I said, happy day after Thanksgiving. Hopefully, everyone's Thanksgiving was good. No matter how you celebrate it, if you had a bunch of family you were with, or just individually, however you celebrated it, I hope your day was well. No matter where you were, how you celebrated it. Or if it wasn't Thanksgiving, if you were in another part of the world where you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you still had a wonderful day nonetheless. Mark's in here. Terrence Sullivan, what is up? Yeah, please give Paul some love. He needs all the love tonight. Lost a dear family member to this damn virus, this COVID-19. So please give Paul some love in the chat tonight. He needs it. Give him some love. We're all here with you, man. We're all going to keep you in our thoughts and prayers the coming days and weeks ahead, man. What's up, Eric? All right, so we're going to talk some SmackDown from tonight's episode. Pretty good episode. A little weird, I'm not going to lie. You could tell they were like scrambling to like put this together legit because they legit did not start promoting this till like 15 minutes before the show started. That's not a lie. It's crazy. I mean, you could tell that the writers were just must have had just one hell of a day with the higher ups trying to put this together. I mean, my goodness. I was looking for stuff all day to try to, put a cover together, watch for promotional stuff. I found stuff from like a couple days ago. Nothing today. Nothing until literally last minute. I mean, I still made a cover. I did what I could, This is all fallout from Survivor Series. And, so it's another chapter started. It's another turning the page, onto the next rivalries and whatnot. We're getting little sneak peeks here and there of what's coming up for the next one, which will be, was it TLC, I believe, is what they advertised during Survivor Series. And I wasn't thrilled with Survivor Series. Just the way it was booked. I mean, a couple of matches were okay, and I've talked about that on I talked about that on Monday. And but and believe it or not, for those of you who didn't drop by Monday, Raw was actually pretty decent. It was pretty good. It shocked me. It surprised me. But hey, you know, crazier things have happened. So let's talk about this SmackDown episode, and then we'll talk about a few pieces of news. Terrence Sullivan, yes. Rest in peace, Bob Ryder. For those of you who didn't hear, founding member of Impact Wrestling and OneWrestling.com, the wrestling news site. He passed away, and I covered it a little bit on Wednesday, but I can reiterate it tonight because the news slowly trickled out over the course of the holiday and whatnot. So yeah, very sad. I guess he was fighting cancer, and then he fell the other day, and then was found passed away alone in his residence. So yeah, very sad, very, very sad. If you guys want to see some nice tributes, go to impactwrestling.com. They put up a nice one from Scott D'Amore and Ed Nordholm, Ed Nordholm, excuse me, along with several other people from the company, put up their little tributes over the last few days. And Basil, before we did our AEW review, because he works for Impact Wrestling, gave his sentiments and his own personal experiences and his own feelings about Bob passing away. So if you guys missed that and you don't want to partake in the entire AEW review that we did, at least go listen to the first few minutes where Basil's talking about Bob Ryder. It's actually really nice. Gave some lovely sentiments about personal experiences with him and just talking about him as a person, you know, in general. So yeah. So all right, let's jump into this this SmackDown fallout from Survivor Series this past Sunday. Starts out with a promo between Jay Uso and Reigns. Jay Uso, obviously, at the end of Survivor Series, trying to redeem himself, even though Roman Reigns had told him to leave because he didn't want to be in the presence of losers, which is, it hurts. It just hurts. So, yeah. Jay thought he'd be redeeming himself here, that Roman would forget about his squash loss to Team Raw at Survivor Series. And no. Roman Reigns did not forget about this. He let him have it, replayed all the stuff and reminded him of how upset he was. And, and just kept telling them, like, look, if they don't respect you, they don't respect me. Reiterating that again. It's, man, and I do really enjoy these promos from Roman Reigns. He's he's a classic heel in doing this. Each week gets a little more twisted, a little more mean, and it's great because it reminds me of classic stuff like Jake the Snake Roberts. He never raises his voice. He's just always very matter of fact, and it speaks volumes when you can get your point across like that, and it's driven home like that. Those promos are fire. Mark gives the same sentiments that it's nice to see Roman being used well. Yeah, man, it's the heel we've wanted for a long time. It's the one. It's the heel that I had been talking about for years. Very similar to the heel that he was on NXT. He was this corporate, dude in a suit. It was always very calm, cool, collected, and but it's even so much better with Paul Heyman at its side, because while you're listening to Roman, and this is what I'm talking about, paying attention to the little things in the background when you're watching these things. Pay attention to Paul Heyman in the background, because you can't help but laugh, because Paul Heyman's facial expressions are priceless. Here's a perfect example of it. The main event, when they went away from the ring and they were showing Roman Reigns watching the match between Kevin I know I'm skipping around here, but just bear with me. When you're watching Kevin Owens battle Jay Uso, and Roman Reigns is in the back, and Paul Heyman never once loses eye contact with Roman. So here's the TV. Here's Roman constantly looking up at Roman. Never once looking at the TV, constantly looking at Roman. Roman getting more and more angry as the match went on, especially at the end after Jay lost. And then here's Paul. He just, oh no. And just buries his head in his hands and just it's so funny. Like, oh no, my boss is angry again. I laughed out loud. Oh man. So Reigns in this opening promo driving the point across to Jay, like, hey, you need to fix what you messed up at Survivor Series between pissing me off and all the disrespect from everyone else. You need to fix this. So, Zach Potiphar, the One Shield member, not expecting a kid. Yeah, well, he just had a kid, so I mean, no, hopefully he's not expecting another one right now. I would highly doubt it. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of funny. Both Seth and Mox gonna become daddies. It's funny. Of course, Becky's is due very soon, like within the next month, I believe. Mox just got the announcement, so I don't know how far along Renee is. That I don't know. I don't think we're going to be privy to that information for a while. But anyways, we continue. So we get the announcement of Otis is going to be facing King Corbin. Otis is coming down to the ring. Jay Uso visibly upset, kind of just cowering, heading towards the back, but then runs up behind Otis and just attacks him with these chair shots. Just brutal. Oh my God. Yeah, Hakeem, we'll get to that a little later. We'll cover some news stuff. So yeah, then some people come to the aid of Otis, and they get Jay Uso to the back. So no match between Otis and Corbin as was announced earlier. Street Profits versus Ziggler and Rude. Decent tag match. Really decent tag match. Ziggler and Rude getting this win here, obviously, are going to be getting a chance at the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Mark, fake wrestling news. That's what the rumors going around, that there was a COVID test positive. We don't know anything more than that. But anyways, we get the replay of but I do want to say I was really happy about Ziggler and Rude. I mean, I do dig the Street Profits. I'm week by week, I'm liking them more and more. Their athleticism is just shining. But I love veterans like Rude and Ziggler, and they got the win here. So I was also excited about that. So, Bills boy, what is up? Mr. Fretz, AJ Bonsky. and Zach with the weird emojis. What is that? I don't even know what that looks like. Is that a chair? Is that what that is? Is that a chair? I believe that's hands on a chair. You're going to be doing a lot of those later because we get a bunch of that later. Yeah, Rude. Oh, yeah. Good eye, Mr. Fretz. Rude without the trademark robe. I was wondering what was different about it. He didn't come out to the normal, the little, the pomp and circumstance or whatever, he always comes out to. Interesting. That is interesting. More casual like Ziggler. Ziggler, always the consummate rock star. So, but yeah, good match. Replay on all the Undertaker farewell stuff and highlights from his last promo in the ring and all that. So yeah, I started watching what was it? The Brothers of Destruction documentary. And they're talking about, I didn't get through all of it, but I got to the part where they start talking about how Kane and The Undertaker were introduced while Kane was, I can't think of his indie name, but how they had that match on the indies, and that's as far as I got it. I didn't get too far into it, but I'm in the process of watching that, so I might review that. We'll see. Straight cheesehead gangsta. I don't know how menacing that really is. Although there is a rap group out of Wisconsin called CWA, Cheeseheads with Attitude. Go look them up. It's actually the guys from Tough, a glam metal band out of Wisconsin, and they actually formed a rap group. And while the Packers were super popular, well, they're still popular, but when they were really on the roll with the Super Bowl and everything several years ago, they came out with a few different rap albums, believe it or not. Just some goofy Wisconsin Packer related raps, you know. So, anyways, back to SmackDown. Jiminy Christmas. Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. Sami Zayn beats him by a count out. Man, it's a horrible way to win a match. Just running around making Daniel chase him, and then Daniel didn't get back to the ring in time. And then we find out why he didn't get back to the ring in time. Because Jay Uso attacked him. So Sami Zayn actually should have been DQ'd, realistically here. And but still a decent match between these two. I mean, these two have so much history. You know, you're never going to get a bad match out of these guys. Oh, Unabomb. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Unabomb was a tag team champ with Al Snow. Interesting. Was that in the Indies down south, I think, maybe? I'm guessing. Mark says, good doc. I liked it. All right. Unabomb. Yeah, that was his name. Couldn't think of it. Thank you. But yeah, good match between these two. Daniel Bryan attacked by Jay Uso. Kevin Owens comes to the rescue. And that starts this whole thing off between Kevin Owens, Jay, and Roman, leading to the main event here. And Smoky Mountain. Thank you. I was thinking Deep South, but yeah, that's what it was. Smoky Mountain. Thank you guys. Next we have a I don't know. Do you call this a squash match, or is it just another quick 3-minute match? I'm going to call it what you want. It's all whatever. This is Bianca Belaire versus Natalya. Now, I knew this was going to be good, and Bayley was on commentary, so then that just adds to the chaos, because Bayley's going to be shooting her mouth off, getting involved. She ends up getting her ass handed to her, which is really funny. In the words of Perry Saturn, you're welcome. Bischoff, did you just say 3 minutes? 3 minutes and we out of here. Remember that one? What was that? 3-minute warning? Was that the name of that tag team? I love that tag team back in the day, man. Absolutely devastating. Rosie and Jamal. Loved it. Loved those guys. Rest in peace to both of them. Yeah, it was a good match between Bianca Belaire and Natalya, but man, it was only, I'm going to call this a squash/upset is what I'm going to call this. Great win for Bianca Belaire, though. And Cole said something really weird during this match. Said something to the effect of, oh, Natalya is still looking for respect in the WWE. It's like, what? No, I don't think so. Of course, he's probably just saying that as a heel character, But whether you like the character that Natalya is playing or not, I think I could speak for most wrestling fans and say that they do respect Natalya. It was just kind of like one of those, what? It's just, just sounded goofy and kind of took me back for a second. Oh man, how good would that be? Seriously, imagine Jamal and Rosie in this bloodline story. Oh man. That would be just sick. Absolutely sick, man. Hell yeah, man. Crazy. Yeah. We'll have to watch me some of those matches. And I think one of them, I think Jamal, not Rosie, Jamal, actually has a match coming up in one of the NWA TNA classics that we're reviewing. I don't know when we're going to be reviewing that. If we're going to be doing that tomorrow, I got to check with the guys, see what's up. Not sure. I know we've been kind of every other week with them lately just because of the holidays and stuff going on, but things should pretty much be back to normal from here to the end of the year, depending on when the holidays fall, but we'll see. Jamal was Umaga, yes. So, but yeah, good win here for Bianca Belaire. I just wanted to see more, you know? Just wanted to see more. King Corbin versus Murphy. Now, this one was just straight up weird. Straight up weird. If you watch the match, I'm pretty sure you would give the same sentiment. King Corbin is the heel here. Murphy is the baby face. He's aligned himself with the Mysterio family. I was expecting a good one-on-one match. Really didn't care who won it. But the level of interference from the Mysterio family during this match was baffling and borderline nauseating. I mean, you would think that they're still like messed up in the head and they thought that Murphy was battling Rollins. Rollins is gone now to what I believe he's gone now. He's at home now with Becky, so they like wrote him off TV. It was just weird. This is not like the Mysterio family we love. They take pride in what they do, and what they did here was not like them at all. It was really weird. So it was almost like a double turn. King Corbin losing his mind during the match, ran into Aaliyah, ran into Ray, Dominic always up on the apron. So he lost. He lost because of all the interference. And for once, I actually felt bad for him because, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do when the heels win, right? You feel bad for the babyface. But like I said, it was so weird because Corbin's not the babyface here, and yet he was treated like one, and the Mysterios were the heels here. Complete role reversal. Did not see this coming. It's going to be really interesting to see where this goes. Like, is this what the Mysterios are going to keep doing? Because if they are, I don't know if this is going to, like, how the fans are going to receive this. I haven't seen any other reactions. I'm going to be kind of just watching for them out of curiosity, like to see how others responded to this. But it was weird. It was really weird. It was like, whoa, Mysterios went straight heel on Corbin. Natty needs a title run. Yeah. She's had one a few years ago. She's totally the workhorse of the company. Has been for years. And she's had her time to shine, but RK Shuttleworth subscribed with Prime. I just saw confetti like go all over the screen. I was like, what the hell just happened? Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, just want to remind. So he subscribed with Prime, and you can do the same if you're an Amazon Prime user. They give you one free sub to use on Prime, so you can use that on Smash This Podcast. So by all means, you want to, and it's free. That's the great part. If you're already playing it, if you're take two, if you're already paying for Prime, you don't have to pay for a sub. So, thank you, RK. Much love, dude. Appreciate that. You can also buy subs for other people. You can cheer bits. You can do all that stuff. So yeah, Murphy beat King Corbin here in a really strange match. And King Corbin wants a rematch. He cut that promo after the match, just screaming mad. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do next week with this. I mean, it's not over a title. It's just kind of a new feud. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Big E and Sami Zayn kind of getting into it in the backstage. Big E just, big old clown. I mean that in a loving way. Just cutting a weird, goofy promo on Sami Zayn. So if that means that they're going to be facing each other soon for the Intercontinental Championship, as my wife would say, then I'm all for that. Bring that on. I would love to see it. Great little push for Big E. He deserves it. I want to see him I want to see him do bigger things than that, but hey, I'll take whatever, instead of him just lost in the shuffle with, a group of 3 guys. It's time to push him. It's been time to push him for a long time. So Carmella cutting a promo, attacked by Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks obviously getting revenge from when she was attacked. Was that last week? It was either last week or Survivor Series, one of the two. I forget. And then on to the main event here. Kevin Owens versus Jay Uso. Violent match. Good match between these two. The match ended early, though. It was weird. Like, the show ended, 3 minutes early. I was shocked. I thought I was going to have, some catching up to do, and then all of a sudden it ended 3 minutes early, and I didn't have to catch up. So, Kevin Owens beat Jay Uso by DQ because Jay Uso's beating him down with chair shots, and here's what I'm talking about with the whole Paul Heyman's expression, shaking his head, covered his face up. He knows his boss, Roman Reigns, is upset. But then Kevin comes back and just pummels the shit out of Jay. Oh, my God. You don't see chair shot pummelings like this a lot. But when you do see them, you remember them for a while. And this one's going to echo all the way to the back, of course, where Roman Reigns was watching Kevin Owens then screaming into the camera, "Come find me." You're trying to create fear in the rest of the roster. I'm not afraid of anyone. So, if you want to know who Reigns is going to face at TLC, it's going to be Kevin Owens, probably. I just hope they don't call this a chairs match. I just hope it's a regular hardcore whatever match, because if it's just a billion chairs all over the place. I mean, that's kind of corny, but they have, of course, have done that before. But nonetheless, and put it in the comments. Let me know what kind of match you want to see between these two. I mean, I'm excited about it. I don't think these two have faced off in a long time. Like WrestleMania was Owens and Seth. I can't remember the last time Owens and Reigns faced off. I'd actually have to look that up. It's been a while, I think. Yeah, Owens is going to be getting a shot. Do I think he's going to win? No, but I'm still excited for it because I love Kevin Owens. I've loved him for a long time. So yeah, I mean, he's still one of the best workers in the company. No matter how he's being used, he still is, in my opinion. So, yeah, new direction for E. We'll see. I really hope, Brian. I really hope he does. Like if they're not gonna shoot him straight to the top, then I hope it's at least that. So we'll see. Oh, don't jinx it, Hakeem. They'll call the match something even more corny. A Samoan chairs match. No. I mean, I don't even know what that is. Hell in a Cell. Well, they just had Hell in a Cell, so I doubt it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match. I mean, it certainly could, but it would have to be something involving, honestly, a ladder match would be pretty sick. It would just, So we're going to get something involving tables, ladders, and chairs. Probably a TLC match. Who knows? And God knows that, I mean, that's right up Kevin Owens' alley. That's one of the things he's specialized in over the years. Just go look up any of his Ring of Honor highlights that he did with Sami Zayn. Some devastating stuff. In fact, I think that was Sami Zayn's last match in Ring of Honor was one of those matches. I can't remember what they called it. It was ladders. It was holy shit, there's a lot of ladders match. I don't know. I forget what Ring of Honor calls that, but anyways. Someone in the chat will come up with it. So that's the episode. I mean, it was a decent episode. Little weird in some spots. But overall, not too bad, Not too bad. They're moving storylines. Ladder Wars. There we go. Bell's boy. Thank you. There you go. Critical Sting. Buffering. What's up, Critical Sting? The wheels are turning. That means the wheels are turning. The wheels are always turning with Critical Sting. I mean that in a good way. Not that he's, losing his mind. So, anyways. All right, so that's the episode. Good episode. Then I'll open it up to you guys if you guys want to discuss any topics that you've seen recently. Obviously, I mean, I touched on the one earlier that Hakeem brought up as far as someone tested positive at Impact Wrestling during these last tapings. Someone was upset, apparently. Someone, of course, we're not going to name any names, so So, yeah, I mean, of course they're going to be upset because then you're at risk because you traveled with the guy or girl, So, but anyways, it's not something to like overthink, They are writing several different endings to things coming up, given the circumstances of contracts ending. They don't want to write themselves into a situation where, they're backed into a corner like, oh, well, this guy won. Oh, now he's leaving. One of those things. So, and that's also smart for the sake of spoilers. I give him credit for that because, somebody's always trying to spoil Impact Wrestling shit lately. Pieces of shit. You know who you are. Make me so mad. Make me want to eat a piece of pie. Pumpkin pie. Critical Sting says the potential of the Knockouts division is actually ridiculous in a good way, of course. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. SmackDown is definitely more watchable than Raw. Well, I mean, number one, because it's shorter. But this last Raw was actually pretty good. Like one of the better Raws I've seen in a long time. It is hard to watch, though. How about those new knockouts, huh? Yes. Yeah, Sea Stars looked great. That's Ashley Vox, and I can't off the top. She has a really different name. Something XO. Delmy XO, is that it? That's one that doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. But they're sisters. They look great. I'll tell you what, Killer Kelly really looked great. Delmy XO. I wrote XO. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Killer Kelly looked great. I can't wait to see what Mrs. Spuds does. Was it Michelle? Renee Michelle? I'm destroying that. I apologize. I gotta watch some of her stuff over the course of the weekend to catch up with like how good she is. I'm not sure. I believe Eric or someone shared a few matches with me on the back end of Twitter, so I'm going to be watching those this weekend too when I have some. When I get some time. Oh yeah. Oh, HD, what is up, dude? Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you are well. I mean, goddamn, yo, we got fucking Jazz. Dude, Jazz as part of the knockouts. It's like, are you kidding me? I really hope she sticks around for at least a year. I gave these sentiments on TNI during the review on Tuesday night after Impact, and I'll repeat them here. I hope she sticks around for at least a year. If all we get them is through like a set of tapings and like final resolution going into Hard to Kill, I'll take it. But I really hope she sticks around because she would add so much more depth to the roster, just as a veteran, just helping out the new girls, you know? Man, I mean, Killer Kelly versus Jazz. Jazz versus Taya. Jazz versus Tasha Steelz. I mean, the list goes on and on of matches I want to see. I mean, just like everybody and anybody. I don't care who. Line them up. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked for Jazz being there. So, yeah, if you want Jazz to stick around for like the next calendar year in Impact Wrestling, let them know. Imagine Impact selling merch that says Callie's gonna kill you, dude. Oh, dude, that would be so legit badass. That would be so cool. Yeah, they were talking about Taylor Wilde coming back to the company. I don't know who started that. I saw that in a few different places. I mean, she's not Jordan Grace's partner by any means, but she could still show up. I mean, you never know. I mean, we didn't know we were getting Jazz and other knockouts this last week, and we got a ton of them. So who knows? You know, I'm not going to discount it. I mean, who knows? Who knows? She's I guess she's talked about it during her podcast, but I don't know if she has said anything anything specific. Mark very upset at the thought of Taya leaving. And I'll be honest, Mark. I don't want her to leave either, but I'm also surprised that she stuck around as long as she did, given the situation. I think her working this whole storyline with Rosemary and Bravo has absolutely helped the company in general. It's also helped her. I mean, anybody involved in this whole Wrestle House has been helped immensely. Character-wise, character depth, you name it. I'd say the only thing it didn't really help was like match-wise, because the matches were a little goofy, especially the ones at Wrestle House. But hey, everyone's been helped by it. So if she does go at the end of the year, I'll be bummed. But I'm still gonna follow her wherever she goes. I mean, if she goes with her hubby up north, so be it. If she joins that other company down south in Florida, so be it. I would give the same sentiments that everybody's been saying about the Rascals. You know, go someplace, make a ton of money, come back someday, maybe. You know, she's had an amazing 3-year career, whatever-ish career in Impact Wrestling. Longest reigning knockout champion in history. Nothing to sneeze at, folks. I mean, we got to be just happy for her. She's become an entrepreneur with the Loca gear. One of the first ones to create her own website along with that and sell that stuff. So yeah, she's done really well. Mark says she's not leaving. All right. I'll just give you a wink. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I don't know. I just, I think she is, but I'm not going to argue with you. Not going to argue with you because I respect your wishes. If Taya leaves, I imagine Mark will change his Twitter to Deanna World Order. No, you know what? I think he'll keep it the same because I think he still loves her as a fan. You know, he's going to follow her wherever she goes. I'm sure Mark wants to see matches someday that would involve like Sasha Banks versus Taya Valkyrie. You know, I'm sure he wants to see two of his favorite women wrestlers duke it out someday. I don't think I'd be wrong in saying that. So, speak it into existence. Not if she's on Raw. Oh, man. Yeah, you can only hope, you know. Bell's Boy wants Taryn Terrell back too. Hey, maybe someday. I don't know what she's doing right now. I think she had a couple more kids. I'm not sure exactly. But hopefully she's doing well, you know. Anybody realize how much different the landscape of Impact is now compared to January? Oh, dude, this last year, given the year we've had in wrestling, it's completely flipped it on its head. But in a good way, you know? I mean, we've lost a few people, but man, we've gained so many more. I mean, they really opened up the checkbook on this one, folks. They really did. Yeah, Marty Bell's a free agent too now. Who knows? Sky's the limit, honestly, with the Knockouts division now. More tag teams, more knockouts. My goodness. It's crazy. Let me jump in the old wrestling news sites and see if I can find anything here. I'm scrolling. Oh, I read now this is interesting because I cover these. I don't think I've done them all, but I've covered some of these in the past. Dark Side of the Ring producer, the show won't feature China in future episode. That's a bummer because I really wanted to see that. But now I've noticed that I believe it's WrestleZone. It's either Wrestling Inc. or WrestleZone on YouTube is featuring like a 4-part special on China that they released all the episodes today and talking to several different people about her. And I think that's kind of the reason why. Like the people that are talking about it, they're not talking a bunch of times. They're only talking about it a little bit to certain people and getting their opinions and feelings out there about China. So that's a bummer, but hey. So. Oh, look, one guy in the chat that doesn't watch Impact Wrestling. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I think most of the people here would say that you should, though, because the wrestling is getting ridiculously good, given the amount of people that they've been signing lately. But hey, you know, to each their own. But if you want to offer some constructive comments, then by all means, go ahead. Instead of just saying, "Oh, who watches Impact?" Oh, okay, yeah, because that's not constructive. Yeah, then you're gonna get called a troll. So, hey, you know, you walked into it. Just, you know. Mark says I miss Kylie so much. Yeah, dude, we all do. We all do. I hope she's healing. You know, it's about, you know. Swag fan says, remember China's YouTube page? She actually went to Japan and turned her life around before she returned. Yeah, man, I was watching those. And then she came back and it all went south. It was sad. It was really sad. Really, really sad. So, all right. Anything else I want to discuss? We're coming up on an hour here, and I don't really want to go a whole lot longer because I got pie to eat. I'm just saying. I got pie to eat. This piece of pumpkin pie is just staring at me. Let me jump back on the news page here real quick. I see MLW had their comeback show. No spoilers, please. I didn't check it out yet. I am curious to see how it looks, how it is. Not sure if I'm going to review it or not, but I'll at least give it a look-see and see how it is. Here's to hoping they have some women around. Some wishful thinking. Because, man, it's been a minute since they had some ladies on, or wrestling in general. AEW is hyping up the Winter is Coming event for next week. I'm super stoked for that. Let me know in the chat if you're stoked about that too, man. Mox versus Omega, amongst other matches. Can't wait for that. Let's see here. Anything else here? I'm not seeing. Oh, excuse me. No, not seeing anything in the last few days that I missed. Yeah, Hakeem, I talked about that. Yeah. The whole COVID thing. Yeah. So. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to just yeah, RK, he took off, man. He hasn't been in here in several minutes. Or did he come back? I don't know. But anyways, not worried about it. You can go argue with him somewhere else because I'm going to wrap this up. We're coming up on the hour. Thank you all for joining me on this Friday night. Hope all your Thanksgiving and whatever you did to celebrate it this week was good, whether you celebrated it by yourself or with family. Hope you're staying safe no matter how you're doing it. Hope you all have a great weekend. Not sure what's going on tomorrow. I'm not sure if we're doing a throwback tomorrow. If not, maybe we'll just do the Sunday dinner like we always do over on that other little podcast called Total Nonstop Impact. So that's pretty much going to wrap up the week for me unless something crazy happens tomorrow, and then you'll see me back. So either here or over on TNI. And as we get out of here, don't forget, folks, to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications. Or if you're on the Twitch, give it a follow, give it a sub, share some bits, all that love. And we'll see you soon. Much love, folks. Have a tremendous weekend no matter what you do, whether you're here or somewhere else. Take care. And much love, Paul. I'll be thinking about you.